But I was not disciplined at all in terms of my eating and my fitness. I mean, I can't even relate to that guy anymore that I was.
My life was completely different after. I was still playing cricket, I was still doing what I had to do, and the environment was quite similar. I would say life-changing moment would be when I met Anushka. Because I saw a different side of life. It wasn't similar to my environment. It was a different perspective, different point of view. So that was life-changing. Because when you fall in love, when you love the person that you're with, you start processing those changes within you as well. Because you have to move together, right? You can't be one way or the other. So to do that, you have to open yourself up. To do that, you need to accept a lot of things. And that for me was life-changing because I changed a lot after I met her and we started dating. And because you share ideas, you share experiences, you see a different perspective altogether, which I had never seen in my life. Delhi boy, Punjabi household, it's copy-paste 99% of the homes. The culture is same. So this was different for me, which urged me to change for the better.
But I was not disciplined at all in terms of my eating and my fitness. I mean, I can't even relate to that guy anymore that I was.
Look like a different person. I mean, you see pictures of right.
Yeah, so I myself feel like it's some other guy. So I had played IPL from 2008, 9, 10, 11, and then 12. IPL 12 was, I was playing for India. I was playing for the national team at the highest level, but I hadn't got the success, that some of the established players did. And IPL 2012, again, had a really, really bad IPL season, and my eating habits were horrible in that season. Very, very bad. And I remember coming back home and I came out of the shower. The team didn't do well. I came out of the shower. I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, that's the time it hit me, And luckily, everything that's been bad in me, somehow I get that calling myself that you need to get it right. Like there's hardly anyone coming and telling me, you're really messing up. It just comes from within. And then I saw myself in the mirror and I was like, you can't look like that if you're an international cricketer. I was like, how the hell are you going to continue like this if you don't take care of yourself? Boom, from next day onwards, I just changed everything about my diet. Hitting the gym 2 hours a day, just taking a day off in a week, eating proper lean food. I got away from all kinds of junk. I did not have a cheat day at all. And within 8 to 10 months, I lost about 6 or 7 kgs, and then from then on it became such an addiction because I saw the results on the field. I felt quicker, I felt lighter, felt more focused, and then I was like, man, this is the path I want to walk.
To do in life and a lot of motivation to realize my dream.
No fear or respect in the opposition corner. So I felt like I don't want to walk into the field thinking, or the opposition thinking, oh, this is just just a pushover. Don't worry about this guy. He's going to do no damage to us. And he's just playing just like another player in the team and stuff. I wanted to make an impact. I knew that I have the ability to make my team win. And I wanted to be that version of myself where if I walk in, I wanted teams to think like, we need to get this guy out or else we're going to lose the game. So I thought if I can't have that impact on my team, then I'm not doing justice to, where I am. And if I don't want to be that guy, there's something wrong in my head. Either I've accepted being, lower than what I should be, or I just don't have enough drive in me. So I said, I'm going to unlock my max potential and achieve what I should be. So badly that that period, it was before all of this happened. This was when I played for the country and then I was left out. And for 13 months I wasn't selected again, and then it became sort of a madness that I want to get back up. I want to get back into the team. And then, those 13 months, I was so focused. I was so focused that I want to get back. I want to get back into the team. And my performances were such that the selectors could not ignore me after a while. So eventually I got my chance again, and luckily I've never been out of the team.
Apart from Anushka, who's been the biggest source of strength for me because she's been with me through this whole time. She's seen me very closely. as to how I felt, things I've gone through, the kind of things that have happened in the last few months. What's interesting is that the only person who kind of, apart from my childhood coach, obviously, who offered help, and family, they offer help, but someone who's been in similar situations, understanding mindset and how things can affect a person. The only person who's genuinely reached out to me has been MS Dhoni. And for me, that is such a blessing to know that I could have such a strong bond and such a strong relationship with someone who's so senior to me, where things are, it's more like friendship based on a lot of mutual respect. And he reached out to me, and you can rarely get in touch with him. If I call him on any random day, the 99% chances he won't pick up because he just doesn't look at his phone. So for him to reach out to me twice, it's happened now, and that's one of the things that he mentioned in the same message reaching out to me was, when you are expected to be strong and looked at as a strong individual, people forget to ask you how you were doing. So it hit home for me. It was like, this is it, because I've always been looked at as someone who is very confident, very mentally strong, and just can endure any situation, any circumstance, and find a way and show us the way. And sometimes what you realize is that at any given point of time in life, as a human being, you really need to just take a couple of steps back and understand how you are doing, how your well-being is, where it's placed. So there is not many places that I wouldn't use the term greats, but people who have played for a long period of time and are looked at as strong individuals, there are not many places they can go and explain things in a way that the other person understands. Now, why I mentioned this particular incident is because he knows exactly what's going on. He understands it because he's been there himself. I don't really know. One thing that I know about myself is I've never tried to really fit into any kind of system.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, yes, systems are great for creating a certain decorum, discipline, which is required for the very basic stuff. But if you want to achieve excellence, then I think you need to keep the system in mind, but not confine yourself to the system, if that makes sense. Because the fundamentals come from a system. I totally understand that. But you have to lay a foundation through the system. But beyond that, you have to build on the foundation to achieve excellence. Maybe because I've always been very demanding of myself. So I demanded excellence from people around me as well. So I don't know how that was perceived. I don't know the reasons why I've been misunderstood, if I have. So it's as I said, unless if you don't really know a person, if you haven't spent time with them, I can understand. People don't really know how you are in day-to-day life. We spend a lot of time. Every year we spend a lot of time together. There are many moments where you're at ease, you're not competing, this and that, and you are your true self. So you've seen that. A lot of people.
Fortunate, I must say, I've been fortunate to be privy to that in Richard.
I mean, so how I look at it is, I'm the same guy that's been this way for forever. And I've just gotten success on the field. So the fact that even you would have looked at me as someone, and then you understood my true personality, and then you're like, I'm fortunate to look at that side. But how I look at things is, I've always been this guy. So when people look at me with that lens of Virat Kohli and this and that, I feel weird, I feel awkward, because that's not who I am. My true personality, or who I truly am, is what you see off the field all the time. When I go onto the field, that is also a huge part of me which wants to win at any cost. For that to happen, I will demand excellence, because I'm willing to put myself on the line.